This video is brought to you by Power Performance Products, where you can get $10 off your purchase of Body Storm and Body Effects.
Spencer Lazar, MMAinterviews.tv. We're here at Black House. Glover Teixeira has been nice enough to take a few minutes with us after practice today. You've got your fight coming up, UFC 153, a new opponent. What were your thoughts when you first heard that Rampage was out?
Not much to think about. I was training, so it's a little upset because I really want to fight Rampage, and he's a great fighter. He's been around for so long and big name, but stuff happens, so I gotta be ready for anyone, man.
Yeah, you haven't lost 16 straight victories since 2006. 16 of 18 wins have been stoppages as well. Talk about your road to get here, culminating with your win over Kingsbury there at UFC 146.
Just having fun, man. Doing my thing. I love to do this stuff, training and working hard, and I have a dream, I have a dream to become a champion one day at UFC, but and enjoying this time, enjoying fight every day and whatever, man. Just fun. It was fun.
Yeah. Well, the fight with Kyle, was that one of your more satisfying victories, to know that finally you got in the octagon and to get that first win behind you?
Yeah, I think so. Kyle, it was good to win, and it was good debut in UFC, we say the most important fight is always the next one, so it's just like I guess the most satisfying one is the last one,
Yep. There was a lot of talk about the visa issues that was a reason why it took so long for you to fight in the UFC. Can you just talk about that and what the deal was?
I was here illegal, so I have to go back and wait, over 3 years for the green card, and things happen for a reason. I mean, I met different people, trained with different guys, and fighting, and it was great, man. I mean, I'm not complaining about anything. I complained before, like, yeah, man, when I get the green card, so I can go and fight in UFC, but things happen for a reason, man. That's how I got all the wins and everything.
Yeah,
so.
You told me last time after the Kingsbury fight that Chuck said, hey, if you can't beat these guys overseas or in Brazil or whatever, you're not going to make it to the UFC anyway. Was kind of what you told me.
I mean, Chuck, he told me a long time ago. It's like because he used to fight whatever, whoever they put in his way. And he used to tell us about this stuff, like, hey, you gotta fight, man, because if you can't beat those guys, what are you doing in the UFC anyway? I mean, the UFC, you're only gonna fight top guys, so it don't matter, man. You just gotta fight and see what you're made of,
You're in your prime, I would say, but has the delay sort of created a feeling like the clock is ticking and you really want to get to that title shot faster, kind of climb the ranks faster because it's taken a little bit longer to get here?
I don't know, man. I don't say that. I just keep fighting my style, maybe, keep aggressive and see what the UFC doing. That's their job. To do my job is to fight and finish fights. So whatever they do, I'll be happy, man.
Everybody in the MMA community, really, the fighters and whatnot, really know who you are. It's been tough to even find you fights because it seems like no one wants to take the chance to fight you. And a lot of that stems from the fact that you're relatively still unknown to the casual MMA fan. What do you think about that? And do you want to put on a show more because of it? And what do you think about that?
I think it's put up time, just keep going and fighting and keep showing off. It's true, I mean, I've been fighting a lot in Brazil with smaller shows, and I have one fight in UFC. It was on the card, and I can't complain about anything. I just gotta keep fighting and show off who I am, and see what's happening, man. I mean, you just gotta keep fighting and show you work, right?
Yeah. Rampage tweeted something yesterday, I noticed after I talked to you, that saying, I'm going to be back and I want to fight that big mouth Glover. And I'm thinking to myself, well, that doesn't sound like Glover. So I started searching online to find anything that you said about when he pulled out. Couldn't find anything. Why do you think he wrote that?
I don't know. I didn't say anything. When he pulled out, I say before the fight I was going to knock him out. I mean, that's my confidence that I will. And if he wants to fight me, that's great, because I really like to fight him.
is it nice to know that you kind of get a new opponent in Fabio Maldonado, who in a sense is similar to Rampage, whereas they're both have good boxing and that's their main tool that they want to use?
Yeah, you know, the style is a little similar. Maldonado's a tough guy. I think he have different little bit the qualities than Rampage, you know. Maybe some better, some worse, but I think it's going to be a great fight.
Maybe less power, but a little more technique and a little more busy with his punches. His last fight, he threw a lot of punches.
Yeah, more cardio, you know, and he's a tough guy, man. He's a very tough guy. I'm excited to fight this guy, you know. It's going to be a great show.
You guys are both Brazilian, of course. Who are the fans going to be rooting for?
I don't know. I think it's going to be a half and a half. I'm happy with that, you know.
Yeah, definitely going to be a loud crowd. What do you think about fighting in your home country? Does that put extra excitement? Obviously something you've done before, but not in the UFC.
Oh, it's great, man. You know, it's I fought in Brazil many times, never in UFC, not with a crowd like that. But it's gonna be great. I mean, fighting UFC, no matter where you are, it's great. You know what I mean? First time I fought in Vegas was great. I mean, man, fighting in Las Vegas was a dream, and now I'm fighting in Brazil. I just enjoy my time, you know.
Yeah. Why did you decide to have your camp here as opposed to in Brazil? Because I know last time you actually had your camp against Kingsbury in Brazil, and you fought in Vegas.
Yeah, it was too close. I mean, I was training in Brazil, and I had the green card and the fight already was set up, so I didn't want to change camp or anything. But now I bring some guys that's from Manguinho's company. Manguinho's a camp training center, so I bring him over here to help me with and Jon's. And Jon is my coach. He's been my coach for a long time, so it's great to be trained over there. Train with Chuck. You know, Chuck come at the Black House every week to help me out. So he's just he's great, man. But Pedro is coming too, like in a couple of weeks. Pedro Rizzo. So I mean, the camp's gonna be big.
You can see how much Chuck enjoys being on that mat, man. It's great to see, and you guys joking around like old times, right?
Yeah, he is, man. He actually, you know what I mean. He's like he come down. He's training. He never complains. He's great, man. It's great to see him back training. You know, he's training really hard too. Like Chuck is a hard worker, man. He always been, always have been.
He. What are the flashes in your mind? What flashes in your mind when you think about the past and the times when you were helping him and he was the king of the UFC and the biggest thing in MMA?
You know, I think the style, you know, man, like the way he fight, you know, knock people out, and that's why he was that way. I mean, people actually say, like, I'm surprised Rampage say that, because people actually say I should be talking more, you know, should be talking like more because to sell more, but it's not my style. I rather sell like by my fights, you know, by aggressive fights, by great fights, and I rather sell my name like that, because I'm not a talker, and so is Chuck. He never talked bad about anybody, and look at him. He was the biggest name in UFC. I think he still is.
Yeah. Quiet confidence seems like you have. That's what I get from you.
Yeah, knockout. But you know, you gotta go for the fight, man. I think that's how you sell people. I mean, to tell the truth, that's how you talking is not take you too much everywhere. I mean, you think about it, like Mike Tyson was big talking in the end, and he sell so much, but like he didn't sell because he talk. He didn't sell tickets because he talked so much. I mean, I see many boxers that talk way more than Tyson and sell a half he did. He sell tickets because he knocked people out.
Yep.
All the knockouts before. And even when he was 20, he didn't talk bad about nobody. Tyson started talking shit and everything to people like before, like when he was 35, after he lost to Holyfield a couple times.
Needed it more.
Yeah, but like before, he never talked anything about anybody. He's just like, I'm just gonna knock him out, you know. It's like his little voice, and he knocked people out, man. And that's how you sell. That's what I think for me too, you know.
Yeah, because everyone wants to see when's the knockout gonna come.
Yeah, people really don't want to see you talking too much, and you just want to see what you made of in the ring. You know,
yeah.
How much you're gonna show them, not just like. You don't have to win and knock everybody out. You just have to show that you're there to win and there to fight, and to show them, you know, what you're made of.
Yeah. Well, I know you're not going to talk too much then, but we did talk about the boxing and the toughness of Fabio Maldonado. Where do you feel like your biggest advantages lie in this fight?
You know, Fabio's a tough guy, man. He trained in the great camp in Nogueiras. I don't know, man. Of course, I have advantage in my wrestling and my jiu-jitsu, but you know, he's a good guy over there too. I can't think any difference. Like, oh, I'm just gonna go through this guy, you know. But you know, it's gonna be maybe a stand-up match. I don't know.
Yeah, when
maybe
I broke it down, I mean,
everybody.
your power in jiu-jitsu, you know, your power is something that seems like an X factor.
We see what's happening. You know, I'm planning to stand up with him and knock him out.
Where do you see your path sort of going moving forward in the UFC ranks? Where do you see yourself 2 fights before maybe getting a #1 contender or a title shot? What do you think?
I don't know about that, man. I mean, I just keep fighting, and I know whoever they put in my way, I fight, and my confidence is that one. I train so hard to go over there and not thinking that I'm not gonna knock the guy out, or that's what I'm thinking. No disrespect to anyone, man. This is what I think. You know, I gotta go over there and finish fights, and that's what people like to see, and that's what everybody wants to do, right? That's what all fighters should be doing there. And you see, you know, that's not my job. My job is keep fighting, and whatever they do it.
Well, you have finished 15 of your 16 wins have been stopped. There's only 1 decision. Does that one stick out to you as a frustration?
Not at all. Not at all. I mean, you know, things happened in that fight. I broke my hand, I think, in the first round. I broke my hand before too, but I knocked the guy out before. When I broke the hand, I knocked the guy out. But like, I broke my hand in that fight, and I couldn't punch. And the guy was tough too, man. He couldn't go. You know,
Wouldn't go away.
I tried submitting him, but like, he was tough, and that happens. You know, I mean. It happens once in a while. It's no frustration. I train really hard. I can go 5 minute. I can go 3 5-minute rounds. I can even go 5 5-minute rounds if I have to. You know.
Do you want to stay very active moving forward next year in 2013? How many times would you like to fight?
I like to fight 5 times, but you know, I know that's not gonna happen. But you know, I just like to fight, man. I like to fight all the time. If UFC you give me the opportunity, I'll love to do it. I'll love to just fight like 5 6 times, whatever. If I'm healthy, I just fight.
Who do you think? Do you feel like you're the toughest fight for Jon Jones in the division right now?
It's a lot of tough guys there, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's not much over there. I think I'll bring to Jon Jones. You know, I'm not quite qualified yet to say something like that. I mean, I have 1 fight in UFC. You know, I have to prove more. Of course, I have to realize that. But yeah, man, if they offer me the fight, I'll say yes, and I'll bring it to him, and I'll get that title, man.
You're always humble. I love that. Nate was just talking with me about how when Shogun was getting a lot of heat for not wanting to fight you, you said, hey, you know, no one should be saying anything about Shogun, right?
Yeah, no, not at all. I mean, Shogun's, you know, he fought the greatest fight out there, man. He's like, you know, yeah. Shogun's a great fighter, man. He's a warrior. We all know this. People saying something, but like, it's a manager's decision, and
guys like Shogun, Vanderlei, Anderson, I'm sure they have a tough time now walking around the streets in Brazil. How is it for you? Has it changed yet?
You know, people recognize me. I mean, I was fighting in Brazil, and yeah, a lot of people recognize me, but you know, I'm not quite there yet.
Not quite there on the everyday level.
No, not like Anderson. This guy's a god over there, man. They love him over there.
How has it been seeing the growth of the sport, not only here but in Brazil, and has it been really a boom very quickly? How it's caught on so fast, or has it sort of been a steady gain?
Oh no, it's, you know, MMA's always been big, but after UFC is over there, man, it's crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy, man. I mean, it's really. I never thought I saw that day. I never thought I would say this, that UFC is gonna be bigger than soccer, and I believe it's gonna be. I believe it because people is disappointed with soccer anyway. Like all the soccer players, they doing like like crazy stuff over there, not playing well, and Brazil's not doing very well and lately in the game. So, and people is just talking more about fighting, man, than soccer. I mean,
it's a very prideful country, of course, and yeah, Brazil's not doing well in soccer, but you have so many champions, so many great fighters. It makes sense for, I guess, them to talk about that since they're succeeding.
All the fans, right? Like the soccer fans, when they lost or whatever, and they disappointed, they always say, "Yeah, the thing now is MMA, man. I want it because MMA, you know, we have Jose Aldo, Junior Santos, you know, all the Lyoto and Anderson Silva, Minotauro, the great fighters, you know." So they always say, "Those are warriors, man. Those guys, like, they go over there, they don't wanna play, you know, whatever." But I guess it's good for us, you know. I mean, soccer is a national passion over there, but I think I'll see that day, man. I want to be a champion when that day comes.
What do you think the numbers will be for this UFC 153? I think they had 50 million for Vitor's fight with Anthony Johnson. This one should dwarf that, especially with Anderson now on the card.
Oh, he's gonna break that. It's gonna break that for sure. Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
So it's national television. Correct me if I'm wrong. On Globo down there, everyone can watch it, right?
Yeah, everyone can watch it, man. Everyone. Globo is in every TV, in every little town, everywhere. So people will watch. It's crazy.
All right. Well, anything else you want to say, Glover? I appreciate the time here.
Just thank you for the interview. Thank you all the fans out there, and keep watching Glover Teixeira, man. It's gonna be good.
It is. Glover Teixeira, UFC 153. He takes on Fabio Maldonado in a light heavyweight affair. Be sure to check that out October 13th.
Yep.